Hey everyone, happy Labor Day weekend. Thought I'd get on here live again, talk a little bit more about my products and seeing what you guys are up to. So, as most of you may know, I have my own cosmetic line, Artistry by Teresa, and I actually have an IG page, which is Artistry by Teresa Cosmetics, and I'm going to put that on the actual comment so that you can follow me and get all the best cosmetic lines out there, the best products out there. So today I am going to do an actual showcase on some of the products that I have on my website that are currently on sale. And I'm even going to do a live tutorial on how to use them and the best way to use them. I'm even going to add in some makeup artist tips for you as well. How about that? If you like that idea, give me a heart. So that way I am knowing who am I talking to. Hey there. All right, so everything that I'm going to be showcasing are going to be on my website. You will be able to go on there to check them out, to purchase them. I'm going to put that on here as well so that you can go buy that. And again, they're all limited at this point. If they're on sale, that means it's very limited. So once it's gone, not sure when they're going to come back. So you want to make sure that you purchase them now before you miss out on the greatest products ever. Okay. But I am going to start off, first of all, with my face palette here. I have nothing on except for my Artistry by Teresa skincare line, which is the actual creamy cleanser, the toner, the moisturizing facial toner, as well as the hydrating oil. Okay, so I'm going to start off by prepping my skin. And I always prep with an actual primer. The primer that I'm currently using is on my skincare line as well. It is a mattifying, you probably can't see it as well, but the mattifying face primer. It is silicone based, so it is great to use with a water-based product as well as a cream-based product if you have it. Oil-based, might be a little bit careful with those because it might be a little too slick for it. But of course, there are primers for that if you are using an oil-based product line. But most of the products that you are able to use this primer for, you know, is definitely good for the skin. But it gives a nice slip. It also makes the skin look very pliable for the foundation. It gives the foundation a little bit more of a smoother finish, and it closes up minimize those pores a little bit more. It's mattifying, so it's not going to be extremely shiny. It's actually going to take down some of the shine. And this is what I'm using. I'm only using this amount, and it's going to cover my whole entire face. All right, so I'm just going to rub it in, and as you can see, it's already giving a mattifying effect. And you put it over the whole entire face, avoiding the eyes. Just like that, okay? Now, you can use this as often as needed. It's not gonna break the face out. It's hypoallergenic, comedogenic, vegan friendly, okay? If you hadn't already heard, I am currently putting out some foundations on my product line. Haven't got them out yet. They will be out within the next week or two. But I've been using my products for over 3 months now. So what I currently use is these two products for my face. Okay, I use Cocoa and I use Nutmeg. Now I use the darker color Cocoa for basically my entire face. And then I use the Nutmeg for highlighting areas such as my cheekbone and around the mouth and a little bit on the forehead. So I will show you how I do that as well. But I also do it for concealing too sometimes. So again, I will show you some things that I do personally with my face and give you some great tips on how to go about using them. Okay, please share, please like, please comment, please follow. All of those build more businesses for me, builds more an algorithm for me, okay? And if you really are one of my customers, please feel free to comment and let them know what you like about my product line and the products that you're currently using as well. Okay, awesome. So I am getting out my handy dandy foundation brush, and I'm going to apply some foundation first and foremost. Okay, so I'm currently using the Cocoa in my Artistry by Teresa product line. And I am going to show you, probably going to use no more than about this much on my whole entire face, believe it or not. So I go in, make my couple of stripes around this area, and I start to blend. Can you already see the coverage? Now, this product foundation gives a medium to full coverage, and what does that mean is that you put on your first layer, it'll give you more of a medium coverage. That means it's only going to basically cover up some of the blemishes. If you want that to still look more like your skin, you will get that from this as well. Okay, so you can see that it definitely did a nice coverage. All right, and that's medium. And if I want it to be more of a fuller coverage, I just add another layer or two. So I'm gonna actually add another layer to the jawline area because I like to have that a little bit more of a coverage. So let's go there. And see how it automatically layers. I'm using the rest of it on the forehead area. But you see how it automatically gives a nice layering coverage. And it doesn't build up. Now my foundations are water-based. And it usually comes off at a matte finish, with a little bit of satin sheen to it. Okay, so it's not going to be drying. It actually still have a nice sheen to it, and it's very lightweight. They also have a SPF 15, so you're getting that UVA, UVB protection from it as well. But as you can see how that coverage looks, as well as with that primer, looks really, really good. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to use my other color, which is Nutmeg. Okay, and I'm going to put that over my cheek area, and around the mouth, and even on the center of my forehead to give it a nice highlighted effect. I'm using about that much. I'm going to go here, 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 and here. Okay, and I'm just going to blend. And notice I used the same brush. You don't have to use the same brush. I just do that. But if you want, a more of a blended effect, sometimes it is a good idea to use the same brush. However, if you're wanting that distinction between the two colors, then yes, use a separate brush. Okay. All right, and again, that gives a very medium coverage, and this would be something I would do more of an everyday look. Okay, if I want a little bit more, I just add a tiny bit more in those areas that I feel I need to add just a tiny bit more of a coverage. All right. Excellent. All right. Good deal. Okay, and now, because I'm going to play around with some eyeshadows today, I'm going to add another color in just because, which will be caramel, and I'm going to add that on my lid because I want my lids to be a little bit more prominent for that. So I'm going to pull out another brush here. And if you have questions, I am definitely available for questions. Please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so I'm using caramel. All right, and I'm going to line, as I've already did my brows a little bit so that you can, you know, see, but I'm going to actually define it, and then of course color in the areas and fill in for my lid area so that I'll have a little bit something to play with on my lids for shadows. So I'm going to just add that here. I'm going to line where my brow shape is going to be. So I know that some people do prefer to have classes, you know, they like classes online and in YouTube, but I am considering doing classes in person. If that's something you would be interested in doing, or if you feel like that would be a great idea, shoot me a heart. Tell me, what do you think? Would that be a good idea to do private lessons for those that actually like that one-on-one? You know, that one-on-one session with me on how to do your makeup, like what's the best way to do their makeup, what colors that you can personally use for yourself, you know, that sort of thing, you know, how to apply eyeshadows, how do you actually color match, you know, that sort of thing, you know, the best lip colors for you. You know, if that's something that you're interested in, give me a like or a heart, and let's talk about it. So I love doing classes. I love doing private lessons. I think that's like the coolest, you know, way of getting that personal one-on-one with that person. Just again, you know, more of a signature line, more of a signature type of environment. Okay, now I'm going to do another one here. Get this one here. All right. And again, I'm using the caramel in my foundation line. So as you can see, it's good for like concealing. It's good for defining. Let's see. I know that some people also want to learn how to do their own brows. So those are the type of things that I definitely would love to do in private classes with someone. So if that's something you're interested in, please feel free to reach out to me. I have private consultations that I give. If that's something you're interested in, you just go on my website under consultations and make an appointment with me. I come to you. We can do it online. We can do that on virtual. It doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer. All right. Okay, so I did that. Gave me a nice little palette there to work with. And if I really want to define, just gonna get a little bit on here just to kind of give some coverage here. Again, we just want to give a little something. We want to keep it as natural as possible. All right. Yay. All right, so definitely look for these to be coming out very, very soon. They will be retailing for $24. This bottle will last you a long time, okay? A good, I would say at least 6 months. And again, you saw a little bit goes a long way with it. All right, awesome. Okay, and if you hadn't, done this before, you may want to do this. Whenever you put your foundation on, you really would like to set it, okay? So I am going to set it with a loose powder. I like to use, sorry, I'm all off the camera. I like to use neutral base. They're usually white, okay? And that's the colorless powders. And I like that because here again, you don't want to have to go in with a color powder after you've done all that hard work in matching it up to your complexion. Like that just doesn't work well that way. You're really defeating the purpose. So I typically like to do the colorless powders because I can still keep the true color of the foundation that I've used. Okay. So what I do, I take some off of put it on the dome brush. I take it on the lid. I don't dip it into the powder like it is now. I don't dip it in there. I just let some of that residual on the lid, and then I take it from the lid, so that way I'm not using a whole lot. And then I just go over the whole entire face. All right. Okay. Just like that. And see how it still gives a nice sheen, even though it's a matte finish, it still has a nice sheen to it. And that's what I really like about my foundation. It doesn't make you look mattified, like chalky. You don't want that. You want to still look like you have nice skin underneath and on top with the foundation. Love the shine. Love that. And it's not oily. It's not greasy. It's very lightweight. Okay? You're going to love it. I promise you. All right, so I want to introduce this to you. Now, a lot of people don't know that I actually sell cosmetic brushes on my website, okay? And it's part of my signature line. Super cute makeup brush bag. It's leather, okay? It has the tie. You can tie it together. Take the tie out. It has a cute flap, okay? And then when you flip it, there's your brushes. Super cute. There's 7 pieces to this, okay? You have the dome brush. You have your eyebrow brush. You have the blenders. The liner brush is the angle liner brush. You have your lip brush. And of course, your eyeshadow. Okay? All of them are going to be in this particular bag. All right, and it's only $40. $40 for this 7-piece set. I love mine. I use it all the time, okay? And they're all professional brushes. They're made with natural bristled hairs and super soft and super easy to keep up. All right, so let's jump into these eyeshadows here. Okay, so also in my cosmetic line, I have eyeshadow palettes. In these eyeshadow palettes, there are 5 colors. All 5 of these colors are very useful. As you see, it has a mirror too, okay? All these are very, very useful on any style of eyeshadow, any particular design of eyeshadow you want to do, whether you want to do a natural all the way up to dramatic. This particular palette is called my Drama palette. Okay, this is the warm Drama palette. It actually retails for $10. It's currently on sale for $6. I love it. You can do anything you want, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, okay? Well, first of all, I know there are some people out there that aren't very familiar on how to put eyeshadows on really well, and especially for their particular shape of eye or their particular style of eyeshadow that they want. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tutorial on different ways of putting on eyeshadow, okay? And you're going to be able to use it all from this palette. Yeah. All right, first thing, you always take the lightest color that's on the palette and you use it as a base color, okay? In this case, it'll be this one. So I'm going to take that, and that base color is going to go from from the brow all the way down to the lid. So I'm going to do that. And this color has a lot of shimmer in it. So, and one thing I like about my color palette, these palettes are very, very pigmented. So it did not take a lot, as you saw, for that to take effect. All right, I'm going to do it on this side. This is also a good highlighter brow color as well. If you just want to highlight your brow with that color, that is perfectly fine for that. All right. Okay, so I did the whole entire lid area with just that color. Okay. Now let's say I want to get it a cute gold color in there. So I'm going to use the gold one, which is number 2. I'm wiping my brushes off real quick. All right, now I'm going to use this color here. Now on this color, I'm going to keep it strictly on my lid. And when I say lid, meaning just this area here, okay? Now it's called a drama palette for a reason, okay? Because you're gonna get more of a dramatic effect with this particular palette. I do have what I call a natural and neutral palette as well on my site, if you just want very natural look. Okay, so just to let you know, FYI. So this look is going to be a little bit more than just simply a natural, everyday look. It's going to be a little bit more dramatic. Hence the name of it, warm drama. Okay. So see how I did that? I actually just put it on my lid. I extended it a tiny bit more because I actually want to see it, right? I want to see some of that come a tiny bit over the lid. So I actually extended it a tiny bit more, and I'm keeping it just in that little area. And notice that I'm only keeping it right here in the middle of my eye and not taking it all the way here or not taking it all the way here, because there's something else I want to do with that. Okay, so we start off with that. If you had noticed as well, see how now this eye is looking a little bit bigger? You can actually, it makes the eye a tiny bit bigger than if I just kept it on the lid. Okay. I'm going to take that same gold and I'm going to do the next one, the other eye, and I'm patting. I'm not doing that. I'm just patting the color on, right? And I'm usually pretty careful about, how I put it on too, only because I have one of my eyes actually smaller than the other. So I'm always particular about how, symmetrically it looks. So, I know some people may have that issue as well, but I'm pretty particular about how the symmetry is on placement. Okay, so I did that. Now, this is actually a look in itself. If you want to keep it that way, put a little liner on there and go about your business, honey. This is what's up, all right? But I ain't done yet. All right. So that's that. Now I'm going to take the next color. That's this one here. Now, instead of using my fluffy brush, I'm going to actually go in and use my shadow brush, because now I'm actually doing a little bit more of a placement with this. So, and this color is actually more of a pink salmon color. So this is going to be really interesting and really pretty. So I'm going to take that color and I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to actually do a little blending effect there. And do the same thing over here. Do a little blending there. And this is something that you can actually do. You can actually have it where it looks like it's married into each other. Like that. So it looks like almost like an ombre-ish kind of effect that's going on. And if I want to, I can add some right here. Right? Do it like that. So you can see the gold, but you can see a little bit of that pink salmon color as well. Now again, you don't have to do all this together. I'm just kind of showing you how this one palette can give you that whole look off of just that one palette. But you can actually do each of these separately if you like. You don't have to go so bold and so dramatic. But I'm giving you an all-inclusive deal on how you can use this palette. I'm going to take that fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend. It's actually a blending brush, by the way. Okay. Add a little bit more of that gold in that. All right, excellent. Okay, so I did a little bit of that pink salmon in there to kind of, you know, give it a little bit of a halo-ish kind of effect going. All right, and then you have this color. All right. Now this is like a Bordeaux kind of color. It's very much of a wine color. And again, all these are shimmers, by the way. So I'm taking that again. All right, now I'm going to put it here in the corner. Like that. And I'm kind of sweeping it towards the middle there. Sweeping it towards there. And you know what? I think I want more of a little bit of a crease. So I'm going to take this and then I'm just going to follow my crease here with my brush. I'm going to follow right in there where that orbital bone and your brow bone separates a little bit. That's your crease. And I'm not adding anything extra, extra shadow. I'm just going to use what's left over on my brush. And just follow that brow bone crease all the way in. See that? All right, and you can see where it starts to give you that effect, like, oh my gosh, I'm getting an actual creasing there. Yeah, if you want to do that, that is perfectly fine. If you want to add a little bit more to that, you can do that as well. But that's really all you do. You just take some of that and you just start it from here, pat it, and then you take what's left and just start following in that crease area that separates the orbital bone and your brow bone. And you just take it all the way in, just like that. And it gives you that natural looking crease. See the difference? This eye now has a little bit more of an orbital rounded effect. This eye, not so much. Now, let's say you don't really want that rounded effect, right? Maybe you just want, maybe you want a more of a cat eye finish. That's fine too. Take that same color, tap off the excess, and now you want more of a cat finish. So this is where you start in the same area here, and now you're sweeping it towards your lid. And you see how it gives me now more of a cat finish. And as I'm sweeping it towards the lid, see how it's doing that? It gives more of a, right? And then I just take some of the excess and just sweep it outward. You can always clean that up later. No big deal. All right. But if I wanted that more of a cat finish, I can still keep it inside and not take it around the orbital area. All right, then that's kind of how you work that. You know, so there's a difference. There's a difference, right? Excellent. What if I want both? Maybe I'm feeling a little bit of both, right? So I can take a little bit of that. I'm going to make this a little bit more of a cat finish. Maybe I want to really create some drama today. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to take it and just sweep it over in the brow, in that crease area again, like I was mentioning earlier, between the orbital bone and the brow bone. Right in there and just sweeping it in all the way in. So yes, honey, I'm giving drama today. I'm giving it, okay? I'm giving you some cat, and I'm giving you some rounded, you know, more of a crease effect going on. I'm giving it to you today. All right, so, and that's really all you do. And see how everything just blends in so perfectly. So perfectly. You have to get this palette. This palette is absolutely amazing. I love it. Again, it's normally retailed at $10, but it's on sale for $6. And it's a limited supply. So if you don't get it and it's sold out, oh well, I don't know what else to tell you except wait for it to come back around again. Okay? So I'm going to actually get this to match in here. I'm going to match it up a little bit better. Okay? But this is serving up some drama today. All right? And then again, you use your little fluffy blending brush to blend it all in. You don't have to put anything on your brush. Just simply use the brush. If you want to wipe it off, any excess, wipe it off on a towel or a piece of paper towel and just blend simply with using the brush, okay? Just like that. All right. Cool. And now, yeah, I'm in the mood for a little bit more drama. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the black. So I'm going to use that brush again, that shadow brush. I'm taking some of that black and creating a little bit more drama. And I'm not going to use a lot either. It's, I mean, like just like that. I have very small eyes, so I typically try to keep my, you know, my dark colors to a minimum. Because what it does, it actually closes the eyes up even more when you have smaller eyes. Okay, but I'm going to put it here. Just, I mean, when I tell you right in the corner, Giving myself that angle. I'm going to put it right here in the corner, just like that. And patting it in. And I'm going to take it. And since the cat theme is in tonight, we're going to give it a little bit of a sweep to the outer corner. And that way I have a nice cat finish. But I'm taking it no further than here, you see? Just like that. Again, don't worry about the mess. We'll clean that up. Not a big deal. Okay, I'm taking the other one, same thing. Go over here. And just patting it again. Only going from that corner. And going in. And then, like I said, we're going to extend it out a little bit further for that nice cat finish. You see how pigmented this black is? This black is so pigmented. So a little bit goes a long way with this black. All right. And then, yeah, I'm going to push that in a little bit like that. Give it a nice little pat finish. Extending it. And all this, like I said, I'm only using the brushes from my my kit. That's it. I'm using my brushes from my little 7-piece kit, brush kit. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. If you like that, give me a heart. I love that. And just from that, I mean, that's from that little bit, I'm getting so much load of color. Just from that tiny little bit. So, you're getting a lot. You're definitely getting a lot of pigment from that. Boom. If I want to clean the mess up, I just take some of my foundation that I used earlier. Okay, I'm going to use the lighter color. This was Nutmeg. I'm just going to clean it up some. There and there. Voila. There you have it. Now this isn't hard, right? It's not hard to do. You just have to, you know, you might have to play around with it a little bit to get used to your style and how you want it, and, you know, how it fits your actual eye shape and that sort of thing. But it's the concept itself is extremely easy. You just have to know about placements and where do you want your eyeshadows to look, how the effect that you want. Okay? But I got that look just from that one palette alone. Okay? Just from that one palette alone. This whole entire palette. And again, you don't have to do all the colors at once like I did. You can simply just, if you want to do one color at a time, you know, if you want to do just a shimmer color, maybe you just want to do a nice little shimmer. Maybe you want to do a little gold, you know, just, hey, I just want a little gold accent. That's cool. Maybe you just want to use this color only. This is more the salmon pink, you know, or this color, give you a little bit more of a subtlety, a little bit more of a drama, you know, that you can put in the corner of the eyes and go with that. So you don't have to use the whole entire palette like I did. You just simply, I'm just showing you how you can use that whole entire palette and still have a very nice dramatic finish, okay? And it still looks soft. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look like, oh my God, like she got a lot of color on her face. Everything still looks natural and pretty, okay? All right, so now that we've gotten the shadow color on, Now I'm going to actually do my liner. Okay, and I have my own liner, of course. I use only my products, y'all, just so you know. Not only am I the CEO, but I'm also the client, okay? So I have my black gel liner here. And since we are doing a cat theme, I'm going to give myself a cat liner, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So I took it just like that, okay? And I'm going to show you a quick way to do your cat line. All right, so again, kind of measuring off where I want that to start and end. I'm going to take this brush, literally angle it, create my line, just like that. And if I really want to, I could leave it just like that, but I'm not. All right, so I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to take that, and then I'm just going to slide it all the way to the center of my eye. Like literally slide. Slide it in. Okay? I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to finish it off. Take that and then go right here. And that's it. That's it. Okay? And then that is a very simple cat liner. Very simple. You can extend it as far as you like. You can make it as thick as you like. That is all up to your preference. But if you just want to keep it nice, simple, cat line, that is exactly all I do. All right? And I'm just making sure that it's intact at the end. I'm just keeping it very close to the lash line. And I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Now, the beautiful part I like about my liner, my gel liner, is that it's smudge proof once it's dry. It's smudge proof, it's waterproof. It won't go anywhere. Now, while it's wet, you can smudge it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You can move around with it. You can, you know, hey, I might want it a little bit thicker. You can do all that. But once it's dry, it's there. It's not going anywhere. Okay? I'm actually going to do a smudge finish on the bottom. I normally don't put a lot of liner on my bottom lash because, again, I have very small eyes. So I try typically to keep my eyes as open as possible. But tonight, just for the purpose of showing you what this gel liner can do, I'm going to do that, okay? So I usually take it, and oftentimes I'll tight line. What I call tight line is I'll take that same gel from the brush and I'll just push it into my lash line, and that gives more of a fuller look to my lashes. And I also take the residual and I'll just go down to my bottom lash. And then I'll smudge a little bit because I kind of want it to be really soft. You see that? And again, like I was saying, with this, as long as it's wet, you can do whatever you want to do with it. But once it's dry, it's dry. It ain't budging, okay? So I'm going to show you what I mean because it's kind of harder to do on here. But I'm going to create a line, okay, like that. And then I'm going to have another line here, and I'm going to show you how you can smudge it, and it gives a nice soft finish. Okay, you can do a grunge look. You can do whatever you want to do with it, okay? And it's going to do what it's going to do. And even if I wanted to, I'm going to do another line. And with that same palette, let's just say you decide you want to get fancy and you want a gold liner and you don't have a gold liner. You're like, I don't have a gold line, but I want gold. All right, no problem. You can take that. I made my line there. That same gold palette that I have, I'm going to take some of that, put it on my brush, and I'm going to put it on. Now you got gold. And it's going to be so impressive when I tell you what's going to happen. Because remember I told you it's smudge proof and it's waterproof. But I'm going to prove that to you later on. Okay? Once it dries. Alright, so let me do the other eye. Can you tell I really like my products? Okay, so I'm going to go and do the same thing. I'm going to find that corner. I'm going to find out where that angle is. Awesome. And I'm going to just, boom, make that line. And then I'm going to take it and just drag it to the center. Like that. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm doing. Just taking it and just dragging it. And when you have an angle brush, it's so much easier to do than you trying to do it with a regular line brush. The angle is literally working for you. Okay, I'm going to take some as well. And I'm going to just go into the inner corner here. Like so. Okay, and then I do the tight line like I did before. They got to match. That makes my eyelashes look way thicker when I do that. And then I take that and I just take it to the bottom because we creating drama tonight. And I'm smudging the residual from that. Bam. How about it? Yes. Okay, so that's that. That is the whole entire eyeshadow look. So a little bit, tiny bit right here. Yeah. All right. That's it. That's it. Okay. So that's the whole eye look. Then I'm going to put some mascara on. Now I don't have my mascara line yet. But it's coming. It's coming because, of course, you got to have, if you're going to have everything else, you might as well have mascara too. But in the meanwhile, I use my handy dandy Maybelline Great lash because I'm absolutely a big fan of that. All right, and then I'm just going to do my lashes here. Now, I'm not going to do lashes, you know, fake lashes this time. Just going to use my lashes to kind of give it that still natural but subtle effect. Okay. Concentrating on the ends because I am focusing on that cat line look. Okay. Give a little bit more drama to that. Well, I got a little bit there. It's fine. And then focusing on these ends here. Going like that. Yeah. Okay, and then I may put a little bit underneath because again we put some liner down at the bottom. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of residual mascara down on the bottom lash. I have very, very short lashes at the bottom. So a lot of times I won't even put anything down there. But I'm gonna do it for the purpose of the video today. Boom. Yes. Okay. And now for the sake of, we're going to put a lip. And, you know, in most cases, you get that question of, well, what kind of lip should I use? If my eyes are really dramatic, should I go with a very dramatic lip? That's up to you. I typically go with, if I'm doing a very dramatic eye, I try to keep a very subtle lip. But that's just a preference of mine. because I want that focal point to be on my eyes and not just my, not eyes and lips. If I'm just going for that extra dramatic effect, maybe. But most cases, I am going to just stick with a very, either it's going to be eyes that I'm having the focal point or it's going to be the lip. Okay. I am going to use, I sometimes use a lip liner, but just to give you an idea, I do have my own personal lip line set here. And all of these, again, are on my website, artistrybyteresa.com. Okay, and this is all my line. This is my whole collection, as well as these over here. Okay, and these are the only 3 that are not, but all these, as well as these. Okay, and some of these are on sale. They normally sell for $5, and there are some that are on sale for $3 at this current time. So you may want to check this out to see what colors are available on sale. But for tonight, I am going to use burnt cocoa. Beautiful brown color. Beautiful brown color. It is a very warm brown. If you like more of the cooler browns, there's sepia, and that's a beautiful color as well. And then there's also bear, which is literally, like it says, it's a bear color. It's literally a very, very natural color. Okay. And then, of course, there are so many. They're like black. I have blackberry. I mean, there's so many colors. You need to go on the site and just check them out and see which ones I got for sale. All right. So I'm going to use burnt cocoa for the purpose of the video. And sometimes I'll use liner. Sometimes I don't. It really just depends on what effect I'm going with. But today, because we want to, give it a nice hot effect, I'm going to use a little bit of that. Okay. So I'm going to line it. And a lot of times I won't even do my whole entire lip. I'll just do maybe the corners because I might want the middle of my lips to pop. Like that. As you can see, it's very natural brown on me. Then I'm going to use my favorite color is African Sunset. It's a champagne rose gold color. Very natural looking, very elegant looking. You can use it for day, you can use it for night, you can use it for evening, you can use it for whatever. I mean, and it goes with anything and everything that you put on. So I love this color, and it is on sale, as a matter of fact. So want to check that out as well. I think it's on sale for $3. All right, so I'm taking it with my lip brush. I'm taking some of it off, and I'm just going to focus in here on my lip. And since we're going with a shimmer look, might as well go with a shimmer lip. Why not? It does have a slight shimmer effect to it with the champagne coloring to it. But that rose gold, oh my God, it's so pretty. So pretty. And it goes with any complexion. I've used it on absolutely every single complexion. All the way from fair, Caucasian fair, all the way down to chocolate, deep cocoa like myself. Okay? So it literally goes with anybody. Okay? And it's my all-time favorite color for weddings and events and things like that. It's just, you can't go wrong with it. All right, so I'm going to hit that much, and I'm just doing just a little bit, and a little bit really does go a long way. And see how it goes perfectly well with that burnt cocoa. I can layer as much as I want. I can keep it as thin as I want. It just depends on the effect that I'm looking to get. Yay. Yes. And then if I want to, I can top it off with a lip gloss, a clear lip gloss. Perfect. Perfect color. I also have lip glosses on there as well that looks really, really pretty with this. There's a 4-piece that's currently on my site too. If it's not on there, that means I've already sold that out, because that was kind of like one of those big time sellers. But I typically will use that color, this African Sunset, with that particular 4-piece gloss set, because it has the soft pink, it has the shimmer, salmon color. It also has the glitter color, and as well as a really basic nude color that you can just use anything with. It's, if you put it on the top of it, it can go with any lip color whatsoever. So if it's not on this site, that means I've already sold it. I've already sold out of them. But there you have it. So now you know all of my products, or not all of my products, but the ones that I am featuring today are here, and you know exactly how to use them. I've even given you a tutorial on what to do, how to make it look perfect for you. And you're going to have a great sale on them. You get these discounts. If you're a new customer, you'll get 10% discount by typing in the code NEW10. I'm going to put that in the comments. So if you're not sure, then definitely go back through the comments and put this code in NEW10 so that you can get 10% off. Okay, I mean, you can't beat it. If you're getting a sale on top of 10%, you're saving so much money on some great quality products. Okay, but if you love this look, comment, like it, heart it, share it, follow me on Artistry by Teresa Cosmetics. I have an IG account. Has all of my great products on there as well. If you're looking to do classes, like I mentioned earlier, you want a private lessons on, hey, I like that look, I'm just not sure exactly how to do that on me. Is it possible you can come to me, or you can give me a little private lesson? Yes, I am also available for those as well. So if you want to figure out how to get a great look for yourself, I'm available through private consultations. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm one of those people too. I will sweep your whole entire kit and be like, you don't need this, you don't need this, but that does work. You need that. I will do that as well. I will clean up your kit, and you will get an incentive with using my products to replace your old products. So that's a service that I offer as well. I have so many great services. You just have to check out my website and let me know what you're wanting to do. Hit me up. You can either text me or you can DM me and say, hey, Teresa, I'm interested in some of your services. Can you help me? And yeah, I can. But in the meanwhile, love this look. If you love it, heart it, comment. And I look forward to doing more tutorials with you. Please follow me. Follow my page. Follow Artistry by Teresa. Follow Artistry by Teresa Cosmetics as well. And that will be the end of my tutorial. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Remember I was telling you about this? How you can use the gel liner to smudge for precise liner, as well as create your own liner color. And I told you that it's waterproof as well as smudge proof. How about it? Okay. Awesome product. You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. So even with the shadow, when I created my gold, it still didn't budge. It still didn't budge. Okay. So you can't. It's the best gel liners on the market. So if you like that, go ahead and check it out on my website. All right, I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Again, I will post all the products I've used on the thread, and that way you'll know what to actually look for when you go on the website to purchase. In the meanwhile, have a great rest of the holiday. and great weekend. Please be safe out there. And we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.